Hi, my name is Jo. Welcome to my Yoga Pill Wake Me Up class. This is a short version of my Open and Twist Awakening full vinyasa class. For this practice, you shouldn't need any props unless you use blocks in your daily practice. We're going to start in a child pose. When you're ready, get into a child pose. Knees slightly wider than your hips. Place your forehead on the mat and turn your head right and left. Give your forehead a little bit of a massage. You can also do little circles, so stick your forehead to the mat and circle to the right and little circle to the left. When you're ready, lift your head and walk your arms and hands to the right until you feel the stretch in the left side. Come back to center and walk your hands to the left until you feel a stretch. And come back to center. From here, send your hands as forward as far as possible. Place your elbows on the mat and push yourself all the way into Cobra Pose. Send your hips back, tuck your toes and come into your first downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Find your pose. On the next inhale, right leg up. Bend your knee. Look underneath your armpit. Inhale and step between your hands. Place your left knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, open, bend your elbows, interlace your fingers behind your back. And inhale, shine your chest to the sky. Come back to center, send your arms up, arms on your chest. Hook your left elbow on your right knee and twist. Open your arms, reach back and windmill your hands back on the mat. From here, push off your front heel into half split. Inhale, straight back, and exhale, bring your chest to your thigh. Inhale, come back to the front, place your both hands, lift your knee, send your leg back, downward facing dog, knees down, elbows bend, nose dive into modified cobra and send your hips back again into child pose. Inhale, tuck your toes into downward facing dog. And left leg up. And stretch. Look underneath your armpit. And on the exhale, step between your hands. Knee down. Anjaneyasana. Look up and open your elbows, shoulder blades together. Exhale, interlace your fingers. Inhale, shine your chest to the sky. And come back to center and hands on your chest. Inhale, and then on the exhale, twist. And inhale again, look up. Open your arms and reach back. Come back to the front. Both hands on the mat. Tuck your toes into downward facing dog. Knees down, elbows bent, nose dive. Modified cobra or up dog. And then send your hips back. And come back to downward facing dog. On the next inhale, right foot up, knee bend, look underneath your armpit and then step between your hands into Anjaneyasana. Back bend and then hands on your chest. Inhale and twist. Exhale, hook your elbow on your right leg and look up. Come back to center. Inhale, exhale, warrior 3. Step behind you, not so far. Inhale, exhale, arms, airplane arms behind you, and then slowly fold halfway. You can now use your blocks. Inhale, straight back. Exhale, chest to the thigh. Inhale, place your hands at front of your foot. Shift your weight and come into warrior 3. Bend your knee. Find the mat behind you. Come back into a crescent lunge and both hands on the mat. Right leg up. Downward facing dog. Knees on the mat. Elbows bent. Modified cobra or up dog. Send your hips back. Child pose. Come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up, bend your knee. Look underneath your armpit and step between your hands. Come into crescent lunge. And hands to prayer on your chest. Inhale and twist. Hook your elbow. Exhale, twist. And come back to center. Inhale, exhale, hands behind you, and shift your weight forward into warrior 3. Step behind you, not too far. Inhale, exhale, airplane arms, and halfway fold until you reach the ground with your fingertips or you reach your blocks. Inhale into straight back and exhale. Forward fold. Breathe. Send your hands to the top of your mat and shift your weight into supported warrior 3. Then lift your hands, bend your knee, find the mat behind you and open into crescent, and then hands back on the mat. Left leg up and back on the mat into downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward. You can float or step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands on chest. Inhale up. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Come through your chosen vinyasa. You can float straight into chaturanga, or you can step into plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Right leg up, bend knee, and step between your hands. Turn the back leg and come into warrior 2. Reverse your warrior and come back. Send your right hand forward and into Trikonasana. Come back and windmill. Left hand on the mat, right hand opening and into side plank. Now place your right foot behind you and into a wild thing. Come back slowly. Step your right foot slow as you can down. Place both hands on the mat and into pigeon. You can keep your back foot tucked for active pigeon and try to lift your knee. Then push yourself off and into a down dog. Bend your knees and come through into Cobra and send your hips back. Child pose and come back into downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot up. Send your foot behind you, stretch. Knee to chest. Step between your hands. And come to warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Send your arm forward and down. Open your arm, your right arm to the sky. Trikonasana. And come back into warrior two. Windmill. Your right hand on the mat next to your left foot. Turn your back foot. Come into side plank. Step behind you and into a wild thing. Come back slowly and step next to your right hand. Now lift and sit into pigeon. Push yourself off your fingertips. Try to keep that leg, back leg active. You'll feel a stretch. You shouldn't feel pain. Now, both hands on the mat. Send that foot up. Back on the mat. Downward facing dog. Adjust your pose. Bend your knees and float or step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chest to thighs. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands on chest. Inhale and exhale all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, choose how you want to come into the next part. You can step back or you can float straight into chaturanga, up dog and down dog. Now put your feet on the edges on the mat and walk your hands towards your feet until you can bend your knees and come to Malasana. Now place your hands down, place your knees down, cross your shins, and sit on the mat. Slowly come to lying down, arms behind you, legs up, brace your core, and slowly send your legs behind you. Hold your left foot and straighten your right. Switch. And slowly, one by one vertebrae, come back on the mat. Bend your knees and brace your core on your next exhale, and switching your legs, bring the toes to the mat and back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees, hug your legs, lift your head into a ball. Breathe. When you're ready, hold your shins and pull yourself up into sitting. Sit comfortably. Hopefully you feel awakened and ready for the day. Namaste. I hope you like this practice and see you soon.